Good morning, CIS scholars. How are you all, students? Hope you all are safe. Students, in the last video, we have completed the textbook exercise where I have discussed part A, part B, and part C till short answer question. Now, in this video, I am going to discuss the long answer question, that is part D. Let's observe, as well as the workbook exercise. So, let's start our video. Now, in your textbooks, the long answer question part D, where the first question is, what is the difference between fundamental rights and fundamental duties? List any three fundamental duties. So, children, I think that this is very simple and you can easily write it down, because now, after completed this chapter, you will understand that what is our fundamental rights and what is our fundamental duties, which are the responsibilities. Okay, so the answer is that fundamental rights, a right is something that a citizen of country has. It gives freedom for many things, it is protected by law and cannot be taken away from people, even by the government itself, right? So that is fundamental right. And what about fundamental duties? The constitution also lists some duties that we have to obey and follow. The duty is a responsibility that every citizen is expected to do. Fine. So let's see, some of the fundamental duties are like to obey constitution and to respect the national flag and national anthem. Second, to follow non-violence and maintain peace. And third, to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India, right? So these are some of our fundamental duties that every citizen has to follow. Okay, now let's see the other question. Second question is very simple. I think that you can do, because that is all related to what are the different rights. Okay, and I hope that all of you know that we have different 6 fundamental rights, so that you can do by yourself. Now, in this video, I have taken the third question. List any 5 directive principle of state policy, right? So, what is this directive principle? We have already studied that it is a guidelines, okay, that help the state government if they want to. They have to keep in mind always when they are making any law. Okay, so the answer is, the Constitution of India has a separate section which is called directive principle of state policy, right? These are the guidelines which the government must keep in mind while making laws. Okay, some of the directive principles are as follows. First is, prevent concentration of wealth in the hands of few people. Then, equal pay for equal work for both men and women. Third is, organized village panchayats. Then, promote good relationship with other countries and maintain peace with them. And next would be, prevent child abuse and exploitation of workers. Okay, so this is third question. Now move to the next one. Next is, the right to freedom comes with some responsibilities. What could these be? Explain with the help of examples. So this we have to explain with the help of examples. So when we are talking right to freedom, yes, it comes with few responsibilities also, like this is the answer. Yes, the right to freedom comes with some responsibilities, such as we should not break the laws for our freedom. Okay, then we should not follow unethical practice for any profession. As in right to freedom, it is already said that any person or any citizen, they can opt any profession. Okay, but we should keep in mind that the whatever profession we are choosing, we should follow the ethical ways. We should not follow unethical practice, right? Then we should not promote violence activity which makes groups and associations. So we should always follow non-violence and peace. Okay, so this is what the answer of fourth. Now let's move to the workbook exercise. So in the workbook, first let's observe. This is also given in your textbook. So children, in your textbook, this picture is given, and when we have started this chapter, I have already shown this picture of this person. Okay, so I think that all of you must remember, but let's see, we can discuss it. Who is the person? The person is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, and find out the role he played in making of our constitution. He was appointed as the chairman of the drafting committee that formed the constitution of India. Okay, so this question you can do in your textbook only, no need to write in your notebook. Fine, now move to the next, that is the question which is given in your workbook. So in your workbook we have four questions, four worksheets are there. So I think that you can easily solve because that are very simple. I have solved one for you. You can see worksheet number 2, in which it is given that categorize the following statements into fundamental rights and fundamental duties. So here are some of the statements which are given, and you have to find it out whether it is a fundamental right or whether it is a fundamental duty. Fine, so let's see first one. First is people can protect their culture and practices. So where it comes? Yes, you are right. It will come. It is our fundamental rights. Okay. So it comes where it comes in cultural and educational right, where every people or every citizen have the right to follow and protect their culture. Okay. Now next is we should value our rich history and heritage. Yes, you are correct. It is also our fundamental duties. Okay, that we should all preserve our historical things. We should all preserve our history, our heritage. Okay, because it reflects our Indian culture. So it is our fundamental duty. We should protect our monuments. They are a part of heritage. Okay. Then people can move freely anywhere in India. So where it comes under fundamental rights. And in which right? It is right to freedom. Okay, where it is written that anywhere we can settle down in India, people can live anywhere in the India, or people can move freely in India. Okay, now move to the next. People can go to a court and demand that their right is restored. Okay, that is also our fundamental rights. And in which, under which right it will come? It will come under right to constitutional remedies. Okay, now move to the next. We must safeguard public property and avoid violence. So this is our fundamental duty, that we should safeguard our public property. We should save our public property, and we should follow the path of non-violence rather than violence. Okay, then move to the next. We should follow non-violence and maintain peace. Yes, it is true. This is also our fundamental duty, that we should always follow non-violence and maintain peace and harmony in our country. Okay, so this is the answer of worksheet 2 that I have solved. Now I think that with this you will get clear understanding how you have to write all these long answer question. Now what is your responsibility? What you have to do now? You have to write this long answer question in your notebook, and you have to complete your workbook exercise. Okay, by the time, stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy the learning. Thank you.